Everything is awesome. Everything is good when you're part of a team. Yeah, our next award, animation, is sponsored by Toon Boom. Yeah. I don't get paid extra for that. To make the presentation, a hugely popular singer, presenter, actor, dancer, and fashion designer who many people still think of as a baby. But seriously, guys, that was a long time ago. Let's have the respect to regard her as the fully grown, mature woman she is. So please welcome the cute little button. Oh, look at her face. She just want to squidgy. Oh, look at her eyes. Oh, who's a beautiful baby? Who's a beautiful baby? You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's Emma Bunton.
Oh, that is really heavy. Okay. Speaking as someone who has been in an animated cartoon, I feel perfectly placed to tell you that these nominees are amazing. Well, my two boys have said they're amazing. And I'm only too pleased to appear in any of them, actually. So let's take a look.
Animation, sponsored by Toon Boom.
Sarah, you shall not be alone!
It's all right, guys.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
Sarah, I have been touched by the beauty of your art. And now, I think I love you.
No, you cannot love her, for I love her more. She's beautiful and yellow and running.
I pranked everyone in the street.
You?
Dennis the Menace and Gnasher.
Oh, yes, but it was just to stop Dennis. It was all his idea.
Then why have you got the Book of the Menace?
No, it's not mine. It's his.
Shaun the Sheep.
It's ruined.
Do you think it would help if I offered to fix that?
Yes, in your case, I think offering to fix it would be even better than actually fixing it.
That's what I thought too. Let me take care of that, Becky.
Strange Hill High.
You won't just shove it away somewhere and forget all about it.
Of course not.
My little boy is backstage, and I hope he's going to be happy about this one. The BAFTA goes to Shaun the Sheep!
Unexpected, taking the tie off, eating the bread rolls. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, CBBC. Thank you very much. WDR Germany. Thank you very much. Aardman. Thank you very much. Who else? And a fantastic crew. I know you've all said our crew's fantastic, but ours is the fantasticest. So thank you very much. I can't believe this. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Well done, congratulations, well done. All right, you can blow me out, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, Matt, you know what, I'm not gonna hide the fact that I'm gutted that Strange Hill High didn't win, obviously, you know. But from the heart, I have to say, I love Shaun the Sheep kind of like the way I used to love Pingu, you know what I mean? Like, it's that level of love, it's hilarious, so well done, congratulations. Still Strange Hill High. To present the award for drama, an esteemed actor from the very top drawer, star of films such as Rush, Belle, and Mr. Turner, and also had a great TV hit in Grantchester, I don't know if you saw that, which was a show where a member of the clergy solves crimes, which I love because it's a refreshing change from real life where it tends to be the other. Anyway, please welcome James Norton.
Good evening. So it doesn't matter who your audience is. Good drama has to have a fantastic story, great characters, and of course, brilliant production. Boxes which are well and truly ticked by the following nominations. Let's take a look.
Drama. Katie Morag.
Katie Morag! Oh! The last time I saw you, you were this size.
I was never that size.
Well, you've certainly grown up. You're a beautiful big girl now.
Dad?
Come on. You little scallywag.
Rockets Island.
Thank you. You're in big trouble.
Roy.
Hey, I think I can see my house from up here.
Stop crying this instant, O'Brien. Do you hear me?
Sorry, sir. I can't help it.
Right, that's it. I'm calling your parents.
But, sir, it's not my fault.
Wolf Blood.
I've been hearing a lot about werewolves recently, but today isn't a full moon, and as you can see, these are our family pets.
And this very beautiful BAFTA goes to Katie Morag. Very heavy.
Thank you. Give it to you. Oh, well, wow. About 3, maybe 4 years ago, Don and I travelled down from the Highlands where we lived to Salford to see Kay Benbow through all the shires and everything like we hobbits. And I was feeling as nervous as I am now, and we tried to persuade her to believe in the work of Mary Hedwick's beautiful creation of a feisty wee girl and nurturing men and strong women as much as we did, and to see the potential. And thank goodness she did. And thank you so much, Kay, for seeing that, and for giving us the commission. Wherever you are. And sorry. So I know there was people flying the flags for us before that. Sarah Harkins in particular helped us on our way. Thank you to her. Thank you to our exec, Sarah, and Michael Towner. Thank you to our cast and crew. We had such fun on Lewis that summer. And, sorry, my mouth's gone dry. Don, okay, there you are. Don is just the most well-beloved director I know, actually, and the crews love him, and he's just a gem and a very enabling director. Margaret, the Granny Island of the shoot, produced it for us. She's a wonderful and generous producer, and I thank her very much for guiding me through the labyrinth of producing. And Sergio, bless his heart, just got right inside the head of a 7-year-old girl, and I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Who else? Donald Shaw, beautiful music. All our cast, the financiers in Scotland, BBC Scotland, Creative Scotland, Worldwide, HIE. And yes, we did have to get more funding. And yes, I think tax credits for live action drama would be a good idea. And then our wonderful cast. This little girl stepped out on her 8th birthday. And that was the first day of the shoot. And she completely blew us away. And she's still blowing us away. Thank you so much, BAFTA. Thank you. I'm sorry if I've forgotten somebody.
Fantastic. Well done. Cheers, James. I got a bit nervous there because I thought little Cherry was going to speak again, and we've already got rid of the box. So I would have had to lift her, which is so awkward. Warwick Davis is still furious from last time. For the presenter award, we have the Hollyoaks star, whose death on the show received incredibly good ratings. If only it was like that in stand-up. Yeah. After Hollyoaks, she took part in the diving show Splash, where people jump in water for entertainment. Monkey tennis is around the corner, people. Please welcome Gemma Murner.
Good evening, everyone. Right. There are actually 6 people, but only 4 nominations for this award. It's a real conundrum that only can be solved by looking at this year's outstanding nominees. The nominees for presenter are Ian Sterling for The Dog Ate My Homework, Naomi Wilkinson for Naomi's Nightmare of Nature, Richard McCourt and Dominic Wood for Absolute Genius with Dick and Dom, Sam Nixon and Mark Rhodes for Sam and Mark's Big Friday Wind-Up. Let's see them in action.
Presenter.
I'm going to tell you the answer. It is the German word for rainbow. It should be pronounced a little something
Ian Sterling.
Like this.
For The Dog Ate My Homework.
Regenbogen.
Somewhere over the
Regenbogen.
Actually, he might be saying stop. I think he's saying more.
Richard McCourt and Dominic Wood for Absolute Genius with Dick and Dom.
Best time. I know he looks like he's in pain. He's having a lovely time. Come on, let's go see him.
Good grief.
Naomi Wilkinson for Naomi's Nightmares of Nature.
Thank goodness for Rachel.
You did great. You did great.
I have been in the water with sharks and rays. Can you believe it? It's blown my mind. It just goes to show they aren't the mindless monsters they're made out to be.
I may say the odd wrong thing.
Sam Nixon and Mark Rhodes for Sam and Mark's Big Friday Wind-Up.
I am not a goofball. Hey, come on. Turn that frown upside down. Don't let it get to you. Why don't you get yourself out there and you show everyone that you are the coolest, slickest presenter in town? I am the coolest, slickest presenter in town. All right, let's do this. Yeah, oh.
And the BAFTA goes to Richard McCourt and Dominic Wood for Absolute Genius with Dick and Dom.
An envelope as well. Thank you very much to BAFTA for this award. Bogies, yeah, get it out of the way.
That's why we're here.
Thank you very much to the BBC. CBBC is without doubt the most amazing channel to work for. It really, really is. And do you know what? This was the big award. It was the heavyweight category. Naomi, Ian, Sam and Mark. I mean, literally, you don't get better presenters than that.
There is one person we want to thank a lot this evening, and that's a man who's been working with us for 17 years now.
Many years.
And he was mentioned earlier. He is leaving Children's BBC. And that man that has looked after us through our whole careers, and that's the reason why we're here tonight, is Mr. Joe Godwin. Not just a work colleague, but also a very good friend of ours as well.
Joe... Now, many people come and go through children's television, but the thing with Joe is that children's TV runs in his blood. It's absolutely everything he stands for, and he'll be so missed within the children's TV industry. So, bye, Joe, and we'll miss you.
A few more thank yous to do as well, though. Mr. Steve Ride, who was the producer of a show, I'm sure you know. He came up with the idea of Bogies and Dick and Domina Bungalow. Another reason why we're standing here tonight. He's the man.
He's so inspirational. He taught us that we could just go from being presenters to doing whatever we wanted, and it didn't matter. Because that's so long as what the kids wanted, it didn't matter. So thank you very much to Steve.
Yeah. Also, thank you to Paul Smith, who's not here tonight. He was the one that put us on television in the first place. To Cheryl and Helen from CBBC. Thank you so much for still being fans of ours.
Damien
after all these years.
Damien and Nigel, all the other channel controllers as well.
It's been 18 years now, and we're still alive.
Yeah. 10 years ago, we stood up on the stage and collected a couple of BAFTA awards for Best Presenter and Best Entertainment Show. That was 10 years ago. 10 years later, we get another 2. Well done, mate. Well done. Very good.
Not forgetting our amazing agent, Holly Pye and Jenny Spencer from James Grant.
Our families...
The best agent to be with.
They're an amazing agency. Our families, my mum and dad, my beautiful wife, Sandy. It can't be easy being married to a nutter, but she looks gorgeous tonight.
To my dad and my brother who are in tonight, and this one especially for my mum who can't be with us tonight, but this one's for you, Mum.
See you later.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was really nice. Now, back when our next guest presenter was working on CD UK, remember that? I wrote a rap for her to perform on the show. And I thought that was a guaranteed way of being better than her at something. And then she went and rapped the whole thing in Filipino Tagalog. As a classically trained musician, she probably knows more than most of you about the likes of Beethoven. Love that dog. Ladies and gents, Mylene Klaas.
Sterling job tonight. I remember that rap very well. Thanks for writing it for me, Doc. Good evening, everyone. It is good to be here. I've got the nominations right here for the category, so let's have a look at them. The nominees are...
Entertainment.
Fort Boyard, the ultimate test of skill, strength and courage.
Fort Boyard, Ultimate Challenge.
Our 6 teams must take on the fearsome challenges of the fort in a desperate battle to win keys.
These keys unlock the fort's treasure chamber, where the teams must grab as much gold as they can.
Friends will help you tie your shoes if they learn how to first.
Hacker time.
Friends won't stop and stare at you if you fall in the dirt. Oh, it's gone everywhere. Friends will stand up for you when you call your teacher mum. Friends will help you get up if you fall down on your... Hang on, I can't say bum.
Right then, team, are we ready to play? Then swashbucklers away! Off you go, there you go, brilliant!
Swashbuckle.
They're straight into the food store. No time to lose. Is that cook pouring pearls?
Got it!
Who will rise?
Done it.
Yes! Yep, that's perfect.
Junior Bake Off.
Cake catastrophe.
Who will be crowned Junior Bake Off champion?
This cannot end well. Done! Baking powder.
Well, I'm in huge admiration of the winners because I can burn water. The BAFTA goes to Junior Bake Off production team.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Genuinely really shocked. As we all know, we do the best we can on children's TV, and we have probably about £3.50 to make it. But we rely on everybody's passion to do it, and everybody does do it with their whole heart. And Junior Bake Off is nothing more than that. I would like to thank Cheryl, I'd like to thank Hugh. I would also like to thank every member of the team. And they know who they are, and it was genuinely heartfelt. But I also would like to thank the goddess Maryberry, James Martin, who joined us on this. He was an absolute king, and the wonder that is Aaron Craze. But the big thing is, to the junior bakers, without their passion, we would have no programme. So on their behalf, thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Cheers. I actually smell about 75% better having hugged Mylene class twice. No? It's one for you lot for the after party. So we arrive here at our final award this evening, which is given in recognition of creative outstanding contribution to our industry. And to introduce us to the recipient of the special award is someone who is unable to be here tonight, as he's globetrotting, as he often is, but he did make this special film, and we really appreciate his time. It's the comedy legend turned intrepid explorer, Michael Palin.
Hello everyone. I'm sorry I can't be with you all this evening, but I just couldn't pass up this opportunity to say a few words about the recipient of this year's special award. Peter Firmin's artistry as an illustrator, animator and co-creator have helped bring to life some of our most beloved children's television characters. Together with Oliver Postgate's technical wizardry, they forged a successful partnership which continued for almost 30 years. Their partnership and projects are unique and so innovative that despite their black and white cardboard origins over half a century ago, these shows are still sought after, discussed with love and shared through the generations. One of their best loved shows is The Clangers, and it's a real pleasure and great privilege for me to be part of The Clangers' return to television next year.
Once upon a time, there were two men who worked in a barn. You may not remember their names, but you probably do remember the things they made there. Small Films was a small TV company. So small, it had just 2 employees, Oliver Postgate and Peter Firmin. And together they told stories and created worlds that would leave an almost magical impression on generations of British children. As in most of their work together, Oliver Postgate wrote the stories, provided some of the voices, and animated the cardboard figures, while Peter Firmin drew all the characters and the backgrounds.
Jones the Steam fetched the tongs and hoisted the thing out of the hole.
I think my original drawings, especially of the towns and the sort of little groups of houses perched on the hillsides, it was really based upon pictures of Wales that I'd seen. I'd been on holiday by Cadair Idris, but never really seen these towns.
Selling chestnuts now, are you, Mr. Jones?
No, Mrs. Williams. Dragons. Stations exteriors.
Yes, we'll try that.
I'll put it out then. Come on. Look at that. I got some blue tack here if you want to stick anything down.
Oh, it's the station in the snow.
Yeah.
These are the engines. Sometimes I coloured them in, sometimes I got my slaves to do it, my daughters to colour them in. There's Idris asleep, the little Welsh dragon called Idris. And there are various heads, bodies. There's a head. Looks rather alarmed there.
Good morning, Mr. Day Station. Borodah.
Oh, good morning.
Don't shake hands with him, Di. He's red hot.
And this is how we manage to get through 120 seconds a day, where most studios get through 10 seconds a day.
Never move a mouth.
Oh, we haven't had any mouth. We changed the expression. We didn't bother with the mouth. If my expression changed for some reason, I'd take my head completely off and put another one on, you know. I mean, Jones would, you know. I would go into Peter and say, I want a head going like that, and he would
say, hold that. Draw it.
I've got here new teeth.
Depending on when you were born, a mention of Nog in the Nog or Pogle's Wood might touch a nostalgic nerve. But a whole generation of children hold a special affection for one saggy old cloth cat.
Bagpuss, dear Bagpuss, old fat furry cat puss, wake up and look at this thing that I bring. Wake up, be bright, be golden and light. Bagpuss, oh hear what I sing.
The idea was that he was going to be a cat that lives in a children's hospital. And to entertain the children, he had visible thoughts, which appeared like a bubble above his head.
Compared to today's programmes, Bagpuss was made on the smallest of budgets. A stable doubled up as a studio, and even the shop front was really a window in Peter's house. These are the original photographs from the title sequence of Bagpuss, featuring Peter's daughter, Emily.
There she is. Not changed much.
Without the big budgets and staff of the larger animation studios, Oliver and Peter, working from an old barn and a stable, still managed to produce some of the BBC's most memorable programmes. Back in 1969, the TV world kept spinning without focus groups and pre-testing of programme ideas. Would a series featuring a soup dragon, blue string pudding, sky moos and froglets be made today? The Clangers, a true reflection of its time.
In the 70s, there was this terrible fashion. Twiggy and people like that used to wear this sort of, these dresses made of little pieces of plastic joined together with rings and things like that. So that influenced me slightly with the Clangers costumes. Right. And also, my wife had just bought a new zigzag sewing machine.
And the knitted outside concealed an even stranger mechanism inside.
Ah, yes, that's the one.
A skeleton. That's it.
Yeah.
How they
that's
move.
The actual works of it. These are Meccano on the arms with little bits in between.
It was left to Peter to invent and make a collection of strange space beings, like the friendly iron chicken.
She was shot down by a rocket. What came down was a head and a wing and a body and a tail, and then the clangers put her together.
And she said, "Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much."
And a very polite iron chicken it is too.
Television has moved on from the world of small films, but few programs have the same power to take us back to a simpler, safer time.
I don't think anybody would be foolish enough to do what we did. Well, they wouldn't get away with it if they did, because we were part of the primitive origins of television.
I knew a man who was clean living, honest, trustworthy, and a paragon of virtue. And he had one of the biggest hooters I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, what was his name?
Goodness knows. Goodness knows! Boom! Boom! I beg your pardon.
Now I'd like to ask Bernard Cribbins to the stage to present Peter Furman with his special award. Congratulations, Peter.
Now, I would like you all to close your eyes, please. Close your eyes. Now I can see your eyes open. Close your eyes. Yes, that was the clangers. Yes. Well, thank you. I've been rehearsing, you know. Well, they were brought to life, as you've heard, by Oliver Postgate and Peter Furman. Oliver is no longer with us, bless him. But Peter is here, I'm very happy to say, covered in hair like me. And in a moment, I'm going to ask him to come up and have a little chat with you. There was also another set of stories, which you've seen indicated up there, about a cat called Bagpuss. The most important, most beautiful, most magical, saggy old cloth cat in the whole wide world. I was a huge fan of Bagpuss, I really was. I actually laughed out loud the other day. I was looking at a CD and a DVD, I mean, not a CD. I'm very untechnical. Yes, there was a rhyme. Gabriel the toad, who sat in the background, played the banjo. The elephant is a dainty bird. It flits from bough to bough. It makes its nest in a rhubarb tree and whistles like a cow. That's it. Shall I do it again? Anyway, without further ado, I would like to welcome Peter Furman to the stage to receive the special award. Where are you? Come along, Peter.
Thank you very much. Things were a lot quieter in those days. In fact, after tonight, I'm a bit speechless, really. Ooh. Oh, just a moment. Hello. She says, it's nearly soup time, so get on with it. Stand there. That's right, you behave yourself. And I have to read my notes, because I've got a very short-term memory. But Oliver, I'm not sure what Oliver would have thought of this, actually. I I hope he'd be very pleased. And you know, I met him, it was a long time ago in '58, and the strange thing was that we might never have met at all, because twice before that we had nearly met. We were both working on the Festival of Britain. That's a long time ago, isn't it? And Oliver was working on some technical stuff, and I was helping to label some exhibits. And they said, we were working all night to finish this thing, and they said, get under the table, the King's coming round. And it was the opening, so we'd worked all night, and Oliver and I were both under tables hiding from the King and the royal party, but we didn't meet then. And then a little later, I was still a student, and I was working with some strange equipment to produce some lighting for a play by Picasso called Desire Caught by the Tail. And I had to flash lights on things, and there came down the audience a great globe, and Picasso's instructions were that the earth would fly across the audience and crash on the stage, which it did, and it was all a big disaster, and only lasted 2 nights. And I found out afterwards that Oliver was the one who was working this globe, but we didn't meet then. But it was in 1958 when I was living in Battersea with my wife and 3 little girls then, trying to earn a living as an illustrator, when this gentleman came down from the television studios in Rediffusion, Associated Rediffusion, and said he wanted someone to draw some mice on a television program which was worked by magnets. These were the days of live television, black and white. Nothing was recorded, so everything was done in sort of strange ways. But I said, I'm not keen on working on television. We hadn't got a telly then, so I didn't know really what it was all about. And he said, well, bring your drawings over and we'll look at them on the screen. And he showed me one of my drawings on the television screen. And I thought, gosh, that's just like a bought one. That's really good. So I agreed, because he said, it's 30 quid a week, and it's only for 6 weeks. So I did join him in that early program. In fact, excuse me, wrong page. So we did eventually meet, and the first thing we did was something called Alexander the Mouse. It was an animated program with magnets working little mice under the table, and of course that could lead to disaster, because if you got the magnet the wrong way round, the mice would leap in the air, and a big hand would come in and put it right, because it was all live, you see. Well, that program was meant to be 6 weeks. It went on for 6 months. Then Oliver bought himself a camera and taught himself stop frame animation, and he started making the films. I made puppets and cardboard animations. And there's a coincidence. I don't know if you remember this, Bernard, but one of those animations in the 60s was for a program called Kingsley Amis Goes Pop. You've forgotten?
Yes, I have.
Kingsley Amis presented pop songs for Associated Rediffusion. They asked me to make an animation for a song which was sung by a young man called Bernard Cribbins, and it was called Right Said Fred.
Right Said Fred, yes. Yes.
Well, how time flies. I mean, that 6 weeks became 50 years, because apart from the 30 years I worked with Oliver on the animation and all that stuff, we also went in for books afterwards. And in fact, it was exactly 50 years after we'd met that Oliver passed away, I'm afraid. And it was a very sad thing for all of us. I mean, we couldn't work, you know, we were rather all sad about his passing. So all I want to say now, really, it's a great honor to receive this award. And in a world of computer animation, 3D, HD, computer chips with everything, it's gratifying that people remember us with such affection. Thank you, Bernard, for presenting it.
Thank you.
I well remember your narration. We scene, actually. I didn't think we were going to see that, but your narration with Oliver, about Oliver and me in that studio, in that old barn, and it ended with a shot of Oliver holding Bagpuss. It still brings tears to my eyes. This is a time when I really need Bagpuss with me. Is he here? This is Emily. And now just a few more thank yous. Thank you, Joan, and my 6 girls, 4 of whom are here tonight, for knitting the clangers and dressing the puppets and helping me with the pictures and making Bagpuss's paws there. And all those cups of tea and biscuits that you used to bring Oliver while he was working over there in the pigsty. And thank you, Emily, for being Emily. And all for a bag of sweets, I think. And thanks to the Owen family for finding a home, even now, for old Basil Brush. He's still around in their care. It was Ivan Owen, their father, who breathed life into that puppet and named him and became such a favourite, really. Now, you'll love the new clangers. Oliver's son Daniel is writing some brilliant stories. Coolaby and Factory are producing them. Michael Palin is reading the narration and doing I've heard a few of these, I haven't heard much, but it's lovely to have Michael doing it. And John Dupre is writing the music. And thanks to Fran Huxley and Jeremy Banks, who our agents have kept these things alive for all these years. I mean, at one time you could see a Bagpuss in everyone's car, like that. Any more to say? Oh, yes. Stop it. Thanks to the Academy for presenting us with this award. Thank you.
Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. If you're my age and you remember, Bagpuss, that's just like one of my earliest memories. It's such a trip seeing the actual cat upstage, on the stage, you know. And also, I don't know if I misheard it, because the acoustics are not so good when you're behind the mic, but did Pete say that he got his kids to knit some of the clangers? Did it? And bring him tea? I'm falling behind as a parent, I'm going to tell you that now. Because Pete was nailing child labor like 30 years ago. Fair play. Oh man, it's always emotional to have proper legends, like proper legends up at the end of the night. And respect to all of you lot as well for giving it the respect it deserves. You've been a great audience. Congratulations, Peter. Thank you, Bernard Cribbins. Thank you to all of you, man. Everyone who's contributed to another stellar year of children's programming. I don't know, I've enjoyed it. I hope you lot have as well. So thank you, and good night.